Hey, good afternoon, everybody, or good evening. All righty. So it has been a crazy couple of weeks. Unfortunately, things are still going to be crazy the next few weeks. Um, first video of 2024 now. So got a lot of things that's going to be going on. Getting ready to actually do some cleanup on couple of pieces of used equipment um, that I'm going to go ahead and donate to the break over in Hawaii. So uh, I haven't had a chance to actually work on anything in the last 2 weeks because of flipping back and forth between days and nights, nights and days. And then, uh, as many of you are aware, I'm getting ready to actually make a change in the job scene. Hello, Dallas. Good evening time. So, finally got a few minutes here. Still, still working at the old job. So getting ready to go in here just a couple of hours. But I wanted to go ahead and try to get these guys taken care of because I know time's getting really, really short. They asked, for a couple of prizes that they could give away. So, in the grand scheme of things, I know the radio's pretty well done. This is one I took in 4 or 5 years ago and set it up. Um, but I'm going to open it back up, check everything out, make sure everything's really good on it, and then we'll take and send this off for part of the prizes and stuff that they're going to be offering. Same thing with the little Texas Star. Let's see here. You got your 7 element specced out, almost ready to put an analyzer to it. Well, that is awesome for sure, Dallas. You know, um, I actually got a brand new antenna myself. The only problem is um, it's still sitting in the box, still taped up. Part of it's been the weather, and part of it's just been the workload. Like I said, going back and forth. I mean, my brain has been like oatmeal. For any of you that work the night shift, and then you have to abruptly go to days for 1 or 2 days, and then try to reverse the roles and go back. It really plays on a man's mind. So, um, it's been, like I said, it's been really rough, you know, not being able to sleep worth a hoot. Already took the screws out of this because we're going to go ahead and do a wire upgrade on the little Texas Star modulator. So I figured we'd check it out. And looks like this has a original Toshiba 2SC 2290. So this will make a nice little driver, I think, for those guys out there. There's a lot of them that love to run like the little Cobra 29s and stuff, and um, I thought this would be a nice little gift to send out that way. Like I said, they're just trying to get everything set up and ready and what have you. They're trying to make their break as good as they can make it. But anyways, like I said, let's go ahead and get this taken care of. Uh, like I said, it's just been a very, very, very busy time for me this year. Like I said, a lot of things that hadn't planned on that has popped up. You know, all of it's good, but I know that going here in the next few months too, uh, it's going to be insane. So measured out the elements. Let's see, climate control today, the comfort of climate control. uh, the high today was 34 and windy. Oof. Yeah. Well, I think the high today is 36 here. But now that we're into the beginning of the new year, now's when we will wind up probably with the icy cold weather. We've been spared that so far this year. So I think we're doing pretty good overall. We've had, reasonably decent weather. But I apologize, guys. I haven't been making any videos. Like I said, I haven't been able to get out here to the workbench in weeks just because of everything that's been going on. As far as in the personal life. Yeah, climate control is nice, Dallas. If you've got a big enough area to put something like that up. But let's go through here real quick. I'm gonna knock off some of the heavy flakes of rosin that's in here. I know this thing worked fine the other day when I hooked it up. So I just grabbed a couple of different items. Had another item. It's just I know it's going to take a little more work than what I have time for. Had a really really nice radio I was going to send over there to them, and like I said, just time restraints as far as that goes because I really need to get back on some of these other projects that I've got here for people. And I've got more people that's wanting to send me stuff in, and I just don't have any more time left. You know, so we do what we can do for as long as we can do it, and then we go on. But yeah, like I said, we want to get the heavy deposits off of this. Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing with Texas Star that I've seen as far as for failures has to do with this rosin. So we're gonna knock the majority of this stuff down and blow it out and kind of go from there. It's really interesting though, as far as how they do some of this stuff too. I thought about just doing a regular video, and I thought, yeah, what the heck, it's the first one of the year. Let's do a live. Okay. So I just want to make sure we get all the heavy deposits off. That way we don't have any issues later on down the road. Good evening, Jeremy. Getting a new toy for Miss Foxy. Well, I haven't heard that name in several years. Hello, Skip Shooter. Black Duck. Yeah, that's awesome. I haven't heard that name floating around in a long time, Miss Foxy. And last I heard, she was back to building again, but I haven't heard haven't heard much out of her. If memory serves me right, I think she's just one state over from where I'm at. Well, that's awesome. I don't know if it's one of her old builds from. I think she started building back in the '90s, about the same time I did. Actually, I think she started building amps a little sooner than I did, to be honest with you. But I've been out here since 1994 myself. All right, so go ahead and just cut these. See if we can't get this junk wires out of here. Yeah, I've always seen problems out of these fuse holders. Speaking of which, yeah, it's not burned up bad yet. But I can see on the one side, on the input side of the holder, it's probably hard to see because of the lighting and everything, but you can see where it's just starting to do that meltdown crap. There we go, got that out of there. May have to open that hole up just a little bit for the new wires. But I am glad to see you guys pop in here. Like I said, it's been a madhouse for me. Yeah, that's what we want. Couldn't remember which one it was, so I'll grab both sizes. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, I think I can go up one more size. Maybe. I'd rather that fit tight. Actually, I need to order some more small snap bushings. Yeah. So I thought we'll have to drill that out. There we go. Yeah, where they put that flat in there for the compression fitting. which those are just like anything else. They've got their place. Just trying to keep that hole as small as humanly possible. There we go. Well, good evening, Chad. How are you doing? Yes, Happy New Year to everybody again. 2024. Yeah, that's actually going to bring some pretty interesting things for me this year. Yeah, the wife, she should be over here this year with me. So it's been a very long process. I know she's ready. So I've still got just a little bit of the other stuff here on the 10 gauge that I've been using for stuff like this, but figured, let's go ahead and put some silicon wire in there. I'll turn that soldering iron up a little bit hotter too. We'll put some nice new leads on there. Yeah, I hope she does. You know, she goes in January the 6th. I think it's the 6th is what her appointment date is. So, we get that taken care of, and like I said, life will start changing yet again. But I may have to drop whatever I'm doing at the time to take care of things for her. Anytime you're dealing on time sensitive matters like that, sometimes you just can't fulfill every obligation for everybody. And this radio stuff is a hobby. Oh man. Yeah. Well, I'm sure, granted I know that that's kind of a labor of love, but I'm sure you don't miss wrenching on trucks and cars for a living. To work on your own equipment on an everyday basis or cars, man, that wears me out. I've seen where everybody's been putting videos out, and like I said, I've been wanting to be there right there along with you guys on that, but it's just it has been, like I said, a rat race. You know, like I said, I hadn't intended on making a career change. You know, that wasn't in my original plans, but I know that I will like the new job a whole lot better. You know, I'll be on day shift, so still be able to get out here in the evenings with you guys. It's just I'll be on, you know, the same time as the rest of the world now. A 2x6 staged. Well, it's been a while since I've done a staged amp. I try to avoid those. That is a pain in the butt. Yeah, yeah, Early's been working on that. Yeah. Yeah, I talked to him just a few days ago, and yeah, he's been pumping stuff out left and right. I don't know, you know, I don't know what all he's got going on over there, but you know, I know he said something about in that last video I seen, I think, which was yesterday. Um, I guess he's getting ready to put another motor together. You know, I don't know how that ties in with CB work, but you know, that's sit on there. Let me grab a rag here. That way we can clean this up. Yeah, yeah. There's a few exceptions to the driver's section that you know that I don't mind, like you know the 1x4s or you know uh, like a like a 2x8 or something like that. But yeah, generally speaking, yeah, I don't like to put drivers inside the amplifiers. You know, as far as anything other than you know something like that. You know, the 2x6, yeah. You know, but even at a 2x6, I think a 1x6 actually is a little bit better. You know, of course, I've built some 2x6s. You know that I was real happy with. Yeah, let's get a logo and put a logo on that. Yep, that'll fit. Yeah, I think Early's just wound up with a lot of easy repairs. I think that's the reason why he's been able to pop out quite a few of them. Of course, that 12 pill that is kind of an exception, but he's had that over there for some time. We'll get that pushed down on there. And the world's worst at putting labels on or logos. There's my alarm telling me that I need to get up and start getting ready for work. There we go. Seated down on there good. Galaxy 93T Stickman 2 pill. Let's see, 4 pill, slow cruising. Yeah, that definitely is quite a bit there. Let me see here. 5 attachments. That's definitely cool. Yeah, that box reminds me of a Sneaky Pete box. Something's in there. Had a real good friend of mine that him and Sneaky Pete were uh, very, very tight at one time before Sneaky Pete had passed away here. I think it was just this last year, and now he built a lot of cabinets like that. That's kind of cool. All right. Put the screws in this and we'll test this out here in just a second. Go over to the radio, check that radio out too. And it's kind of interesting that this is, the social media here on YouTube is a lot like Facebook, as far as a Facebook group to a certain extent. There we go. Plenty of lead. All right. You got all kinds of people that pop in and pop out. Oh, that. Let's set this off to the side. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this one's pretty well ready to go, but had some others that, like I said, I wanted to get to and take care of. I had hoped on doing an end of year video and getting to one of the 16 pill amplifiers that I've got over here and Like I said, time has just not been my friend. Okay, so I can already see some of the modifications that I've done. In 2018, I've had this crazy thing here this long. All right. So I couldn't remember if I'd put variable in it. So it does have variable in it. Got that set up. Got an RF choke in here for bigger powered amplifiers. So we get the RF choke on the mic jack here. We've got the extra bonding taken care of for the receiver. That way it just just helps with a little bit more board grounding and what have you. Upgraded heat sink on the audio chip, upgraded capacitors on the input, upgraded power leads, upgraded protection diode. So yeah, this one's ready to rock and roll. Let's hook this one up and see what she does. I can already tell by the changeovers in here that this has been set up for a MOSFET. So it's one of those, again, million and one things, and you don't know what you've done to this, that, and the other. So the best thing to do, take it apart, take a look at it. And this one has also had, I think I did it for a guy a long, even longer ago, before I took this one back in. I changed out the LED. This is where the LED, typical Cobra, you've got the LEDs that burn out over time. So it's been converted over and it's got a blue LED in it. Okay. Well, hello, Mr. Three Maid. I know you'd give me $50 and not have to hook it up, but yeah, this one I'm actually going to give away for free. Yeah, I wish they did. Yeah, I wish they made the 29s like they used to. Yeah, right around 2015, 2016, roughly. They were still using some some heavy duty parts. Of course, they did make some changes for the better, because I had seen what they were originally going to do. And there's only a few of them out there. Whenever they created the FM model, on the FM model, that one, the first one, which I got to see, the first first version of that, which they changed immediately, and because it was going to be all 100% surface mount, and I think once they had sent those to a few of the tech shops and what have you, I think they realized that that would be a mistake. And the reason why I say that is because the way they had it designed, it was nearly impossible to do any of the favorite modifications that we do today to these. So, um, so with that in mind, it's going to be one of those that, yeah, I'm hooked up to the antenna. Oh, I even changed out the RXTX on this one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I ain't even gonna try that, guys. Yeah, I don't have 10, 20,000 watts to play with to even come close to these guys. Let's get some slugs put up in here. Yeah, unless you get about 10,000 or so, for the most part, you ain't gonna get on channel 6. Not with these guys. I mean, I've done it one time with 500 watts, and that lasted about 3 keys, and that was the end of it. But that was also right there at the beginning or the end of the skip one day on channel 6. Wow. Got a little bit of skip. Hello, audio. All righty. Well, let's take some look at some numbers here. Of course, I'm sure you guys can probably hear that good old skip coming in there. All right, so on the Delta tune, it goes down and just comes off the meter. Let's see where we go here on the top end. 10 watt dead key. So yeah. Hello, audio. Audio check, check, check. Audio. About 12.5 bird. I think that ought to work. Hello, audio. 45 PEP. We are running at 14.5, by the way, guys. Yes. Hello, King. See you popped in there too. Hello, audio. Audio check, check, audio. Yeah, I think that's going to do somebody a good job. Alrighty, I'll check out the little driver here. So then we'll clean this up and we'll put some labels on it too. I'll just use this for the driver. Let's see, antenna side. I have to trim those wires back, but let me get a jumper here real quick. Just want to make sure everything's working good before I send it. If I can untangle a jumper here. I've had people that's wanted me to make them jumpers and everything else, and like I said, I've just not had time, guys. It's going to be June before I get caught up. Motormouth Mall's actually getting into one of my locals here, 309. He's only about 20 miles away. I get these slugs changed out here. I wonder how much power Motormouth Mall's actually running. I know I keep hearing all kinds of things, but you don't know half the time on some of these guys what they truly are running or not running. Hello, JR. Yeah, like I said, that's one of them that, as I told you, that I was going to go ahead and send to the break that we did some trading on. Once I get this stuff out of the way, I'm actually going to be trying to start on your stuff this week. See if I can't get yours knocked out. That's what I had intended on doing for just before the first of the year, but as you know, life gets in the way sometimes. Let's go off on a different channel here, see if the preamp works. And the modulator wide open here. This up here just a little bit. Let's see, 500 watt scale in PEP, 250 in RMS. Variable there wide open. Let's see what we've got here for a dead key. All right, so about 20 watts. Hello, audio. Audio. Yeah, let's do this. It's just too hard to see on a 500 watt scale. I know this little 2290 ain't gonna put out that much. I'm used to 2879s. All right, so let's do 250 and 100 here. Hello, audio. Hello. Audio. Audio. About 110. Hello, audio. And about 60 bird. That's about right. Variable works. Hello, audio. Good deal. All right. All right, so that looks like that's going to work good too. Hello, Frank. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, Motormouth Mall, he's definitely in there. But no, I think these will be some nice prizes for out there on the. Yeah, I think these are going to be some nice little gifts there for the Hawaii break. I wonder. How about a Motormouth Mall? How about a Motormouth Mall 006 Indiana trying? I'm gonna have to adjust this because the antenna warning indicator is coming on here. That's an easy fix. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting into that mess. Yeah, that's just crazy, guys. Yes, actually, I do, Chad. That is located on my Patreon page. I've actually taken it off of the Facebook page. I usually only put it on Facebook for like a week or two at a time, and then it's gone. But yes, I do actually have a price list. You can also text me. You can text me at any time as far as that goes too. If you have any questions, regarding prices. But there again, prices change drastically. But you can text me at this number, day or night, and I'll get with you as soon as I can. Wow. Yeah, that noise is crazy. But I am going to open that up and adjust that because I always forget about the antenna warning indicator on these anytime you start getting about 10 bird or so. These things get really, really crazy. Turn that off here. And that's a simple adjustment. Once you start putting in the MOSFETs and you start doing all the other modifications to those antenna warning indicator systems just aren't, they're just not accurate anymore. Because they see all the power that you're putting out from the original factory setup. Hello, audio, check, audio. There we go. And put a sticker on the inside too.
big 20 for 2024. That 2024 wave right back at you there. And hopefully it's a happy and prosperous new year for you. Ain't no doubt about that. They should have the breeze was floating up, all waving and stepping back on the side. Everything down going to breeze. There might be a little tad bit too much reverb in here. Let me pull some of that out. Hold on a second here. Down here. I'm going to pull out just a tap bit of that reverb.
You can definitely tell Motormouth Mall loves his gadgets, which I mean we've all seen that workbench that he's got too, as far as with the everything. So well, I appreciate that, Frank. Something happened to that 55. What'd you do to your 55 now? I know you had some high SWRs there, and I know you said you had some problems with your coax here the other day. No receive. Well, did you ever get your coax situation fixed? Let's plug in the external speaker here while I'm doing my thing. Yeah, he is one of the more enjoyable people to listen to, old Motormouth Mall. Yeah, you had it in your truck. Well, that's a possibility.
Holidays over and done with. Happy New Year. Hope you had a happy, Merry belated Christmas and all the good stuff. Motormouth Mall cruising they got down there.
And as usual, everybody sounds better on an external speaker. All right. Now I got these packed up here in the next day or so. These will be Hawaii bound. Yep, Hawaii bound. It's probably coming back, Mark. Let's see. Yeah, I've actually got a local guy that has a sign shop and he actually has been making these for me. They're all printed on, and then he's got a whatever the machine is that cuts everything out. So, yeah, not too bad. I really like the vinyl that I got from the other guy that used to make my labels, but I hadn't been able to get a hold of him. So, I switched over to this guy, and he's usually pretty good about making me the labels. But I actually like the vinyl that I used to get. I've still got some of the original labels that I did here back in 2015 and stuff. And I'd love to get a hold of some vinyl like that. But yeah, eventually, eventually we'll look into having some things done again a little different. And of course, my labels have went through 3 changes in the last 10 years. The first change had to happen because I just wasn't happy with them. Um, had a guy out of Bloomington, Indiana, make those for me, and uh, he just, you know, he just really wasn't interested in doing it. It's like, well, I understand, I'm only ordering a couple hundred at a time. I'm not spending thousands of dollars at a time with you, but this is what I'd like to have. It's just trying to find somebody that you can stick with that will make you what you want. I mean, I can only afford a couple hundred at a time, instead of a few thousand. And I hate to have that many, labels at a time made up, as far as like 1,000 of each size, because there's really about 3 sizes that everybody uses in order to go ahead and fit onto the different cabinets and everything. It's very, very difficult, um, to actually find, good quality people that will make good quality labels at, a realistic price, but, I'm always looking. Yeah, like I said, there's going to be a couple different things. I think what I'm going to also do, um, I've got a used one that I took in on trade here actually just about 3 months ago. The guy wanted a completely new setup. So I also got, these are actually one of my favorites, um, which is the SRA 198. These are actually one of my favorite noise canceling microphones. It is a weighted microphone, but it's got a good quality sound. It's not got a huge cut down like the statics as far as on the audio. So that's the reason why I like these. I've even got one that I run myself here on the workbench. I use one too. I used to use one out in the mobile back whenever I had a setup out in the truck, but yeah, again, everything's changed. But I think I'm going to send them all 3 pieces. That way they can get, like I said, some, uh, we can get some PR out there in Hawaii. But anyways, hopefully you guys have enjoyed staying out here with me. Like I said, I just wanted to get out here for just a few minutes. Like I said, we're going to get this stuff boxed up, and then JR, I'm actually going to start on your amplifier. I don't know how long it's going to take because, like I said, I know we've got a lot of different things coming up, but I am going to try to get that at least opened up and take a look at it this week and go from there. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and close out this section here today with you guys, and we will get you on another live feed or on another video. Like I said, it's been crazy, but bear with me here. Like I said, I've got some bigger amps and stuff that we're going to be working on here very, very shortly this week. Like I said, I'm going to try to get after I get this stuff pulled, I'll probably have to pull out the machine to make up some more bubble wrap because I'm getting low on bubble wrap again. But I'm going to get these boxed up and get these ready to ship. I got to get with one of the guys over there on the islands and see where he wants me to ship these to, so that I can get them to them in time for their break, which I think it's either at the end of this month here in January, or it's in February. But like I said, I know that they're just a few weeks away yet, so we'll get this boxed up, get it ready for them, and then we're gonna start in on yours, JR, on the big amp. It's gonna take me a little bit to get to the power supply. Like I said, we gotta get everything ready to go for that, but we'll get you your power supply, we'll get you your amp. I do have a small one that's going to be in the mix of that I've got to get knocked out as well, for an elderly gentleman. He's like 85 years old. Um, so we've got to get him a small power supply and get him set up so that he can start running his amplifier and get back on the air after, I think he said, 23 years or so. So, I definitely want to get him on the air. He's actually a transplant from Tennessee, so he's actually from Sparta, Tennessee, of all things, hometown to the Donkey Stomper. But he is moved up here with his family and wants to get back on the radio. He's ran into a few of the local guys that's here for me. So, like I said, I want to see if I can't help him out and get him his little power supply built, and get him, like I said, get him on the road where he can start talking, and we can have another CBer out there for us. So, all right, guys, I appreciate it. Like I said, take care. Have a great and blessed year coming up. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you would. We'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next live feed. I'm going to also try to start fitting some stuff back in there on Patreon as well. Like I said, I've been kind of behind on that as well. But everybody, have a great evening. Take care. God bless. We'll see you on the next one.